Can you see this slide? Can you see this slide? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
So we start today. That is a new point. That is a sterility testing. So why this testing is required? The sterility is a process is in which to remove the microorganisms from the different article. Right? Suppose if you have prepared the creams, suppose you have prepared any solution, right? So this all pharmaceutical products should be free from microorganisms, right? So sterilization, as you know that we are already, I think you have covered the sterilization process. Yes, have you covered this? Hello, hello. Okay, so the sterilization is a the process in which to make that is a something is free from bacteria. So different sterilizing methods can be used to remove the bacteria from the different article, different formulation, different any formulation, right? So that formulation should be free from any microorganisms, free from bacteria, free from the spores, right? So free from any contamination of that to avoid the problem to the human beings, right? If you have prepared the creams and just we apply to the skin, right? If the cream is contaminated, if the cream is containing the any organisms, right, it will be again the infection to your wound or infection to your skin, right? So all the products, all the pharmaceutical products should be free from microorganisms. Understand it? So the different sterilizing methods can be used to remove the bacteria, remove the microorganisms from that different article. And the different methods can be used. Maybe a sterilizing method, maybe hot air one is one of this, right? So whatever the glasswares which are used for uh, in the practical in the microbiological practical, right? So all the glassware should be free from microorganisms, right? So we want to testing that a microbial assay, right? So this hot air oven is one of this, or autoclaving is one of this. With autoclave, so can kill the microorganisms and to make the article is free from bacteria, right? Or gamma radiation, different radiations can be used for the same purpose, right? Or you can use the filtration, right? You can use a different radiations, that is UV radiations, gamma radiation, IR radiations, right? So all the radiation which are just this material we can passing to this the zone of radiations, so can kill that the bacteria, right, and to avoid the problem, right? So I know that different UV radiations which are just set up in the hotel or the setup in the restaurant, right? What is purpose behind this? To evaluations, we can kill the microorganisms and to avoid the contamination into that the area, right? So into that area. So that's why this different methods, sterilizing methods can be used to make the article is the free from bacteria. Understand it? So you can sterilize it. So can whether your article, whether your formulation having that bacteria or not, right? We have to check it. Understand it? So how you check it? With the help of the sterilizing test. So sterilizing test, this test is conducted to see that so whether your formulation is the free from bacteria or not. Understand it? जे काय तुमचं फॉर्म्युलेशन आहे ते फॉर्म्युलेशन हे फ्री फ्रॉम बॅक्टेरिया असलं पाहिजे, बरोबर? तर नसेल, राईट, किती प्रमाणात आहे बॅक्टेरिया त्यामध्ये फॉर्म्युलेशन मध्ये, सो वी हॅव टू डिटरमाइन विथ द हेल्प ऑफ द स्टेरिलिटी टेस्ट आहे. Understand it? So sterility, the sterility is the process of removing the all viable forms of microorganisms. So all the organisms, all the microorganisms, we will be killing with the help of the sterilizing methods, right? And so whether these microorganisms are killed by the sterilizing method or not, will be determined by sterility test. Understand it? So this test is conducted for to see that whether your formulation is having that microorganisms or not. Understand it? So this is called a sterility test. Then sterility test is this. These are the test is critically assessed to whether your sterilized formulation product is free from bacteria or not. Understand it? So this test is conducted and to see that whether your formulation is free from bacteria or not. So as for the IP, all right, so this definition of the sterility test is there. So intended for testing the absence of the viable forms of the microorganisms. So all this pharmacopoeial preparation, all these doses form, all these pharmaceutical preparations, it should be free from bacteria. Understand it? So this test is conducted, right? So testing of the absence of the viable microorganisms in the pharmaceutical formulation, and this is a main concern with this. Right. So then we have seen that the sterilization, so is the process of the making the something free from bacteria or other living organisms. Right. So we can use a different sterilizing method. So we can use different sterilizing methods to make the preparation as the free from bacteria. Right. So make the preparation as free from bacteria. The different sterilizing methods can be used for that, and the sterilization is a process. Right. With this process, we can use sterilizing equipments. So what are the sterilizing equipments? Maybe hot air oven is one of this, or maybe autoclaving is one of this, right? Or the filtration is one of this, right? These are the process. But sterilization is a process to making the something free from bacteria or other living organisms. Understand it? So sterility testing is conducted, right? And which are done to detect the whether viable forms of organisms are present or not in a pharmaceutical preparations. Right. So is one of this. So the test is conducted. The test is to critically assess to whether the sterilizing pharmaceutical product is the free from contaminating organisms or not. Right. So then this is a next. This is a pyrogen is there. Right. So the pyrogen is a fever producing substance which are causing the febrile reaction when sufficient amount of the enter into circulation state. Right. Suppose if you take an injection, right, understand it. So all the injections should be free from bacteria, right? But if that injections it having some of the bacteria, and if you inject it to your body, and after injecting into the body, so it gives some reaction. So what type of reaction it is? It is called as a temperature. To increase your temperature, and this is called as a febrile is a temperature. So we have fever producing, which are producing the fever after this contaminated product is which are injected to your body, or contaminated product is which are applied to your skin. If we increase the first symptoms of that reaction is the fever, to increase the body fever, right? And this is one of the concentration. So the increase of body fever is one of the symptoms will be occur if you have problem with your body. So I don't know that. So if you have if you're sick, right, or if you have any problem of your body, right. So first appearance on your temperature. The temperature, what the temperature? किंवा थंडी वाजून येते किंवा टेम्परेचर येतं is a first sign of if anything happened to your body. Understand it? So, but if you have contaminated product, if you are administered to your body, right? So it will be give some reaction. So this reaction is that is a febrile reaction. Febrile reaction means that to increase the fever of your body is more than normal temperature. So normal temperature of body is 37 degrees centigrade. So after increasing that temperature, right, increasing temperature up to the 40 or the 50 also, right, if having that problem of the pyrogen. So we can, before its administration of any parenteral formulation, it's maybe injections are there, infusions are there, so it should be free from bacteria. So before you administer, before that injection is administered to the patient, so you'll be checked by the sterility testing. And the sterility testing is called as pyrogen testing. So pyrogen testing is a, आवाज येतोय? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
येतो ना आवाज येतोय बरोबर क्लियर आहे ना? Okay, okay. So the fever, it is a pyrogen is one of the non-endogenous product is there which are present in your injections. And if there is non-endogenous product which are injected to your body, right? So the first reaction of your body is to increase your temperature. Increase the body temperature is more than normal temperature, it's may be possible. So why this test is conducted, right? So and different products, so the different pharmaceutical products, it should be free from bacteria and free from bacteria. Whether your product is free from bacteria or not, be tested by sterility testing. Right. So whether your product is which are present of the viable forms of bacteria, fungi, yeast in a product or not. If you are using any devices to your formulation, any devices, so the devices also can be used to. So devices means that we can use a different devices, maybe a surgical device or or you can use a stent to for in your heart, right? So this called as device. So this stent is which are particularly used for to avoid a problem of cardiac function, right? Problem of cardiac function, and the stent which are help for the circulation of the blood in your body. All right. So this stent is a device. So this device should be free from bacteria. So if the device is not be free from bacteria, it will be infected your body or infected your heart and is getting problem. Right. So this pathogen will be tested with the help of this. So why this testing is conducted? Because all the products or the all pharmaceutical products should be free from bacteria. It should be essential. Whether is a fungi are there, whether is a bacteria is there, whether is a spores are there, right? So all should be free from bacteria. The product must be free from bacteria, must be essential. Then, so to monitor the quality of the products, right? So the product should be free from bacteria or any contamination. So any product contamination should be avoided, right? So then your product to maintain the quality of products your formulation, right? So the basic aim of this, the sterility testing, that is the to avoid the contamination during the preparation. If you have prepared the different formulation and different formulation, and in that formulation, so we use the appropriate raw material, appropriate water, appropriate all the substances which are used to prepare that quality preparations, and that preparation must be free from bacteria, right? Suppose if you have the bacteria, if the raw material having the bacteria, right, we will contaminate the product. Or maybe any contamination in your water. So water should be pure water, water should be sterile water. So different water can be used, and as you know that the water is one of the important source to causing your problem, right? तुम्हाला बॉडी नॉर्मल नाही आहे, काहीतरी प्रॉब्लेम आहे बॉडीमध्ये, इट इज अ फर्स्ट साइन ड्यू टू द टेम्परेचर. हे कशामुळे होतं सर? तुम्ही इफ यू आर नॉट युझिंग द ऑल पोटेबल वॉटर, if the water is not potable, if the water is contaminated, it will be affect your body. Understand it? So what are the pharmaceutical preparations? So all the material, all the water, right, all the material should be used as a sterile preparations. So free from bacteria, then your preparation, it should be free from bacteria and to maintain the quality of products, right? So this is the to avoid a contamination. So during the preparation, we have to take care about this to avoid this contamination during preparation also, right? Because if the environmental condition is not good, if you have the more temperature, more humidity, or more contaminated area, if you are working in the more contaminated area, you contaminate your products. Understand it? So what are the aseptic conditions should be maintained in your manufacturing area, and the manufacturing area should be free from bacteria, right? Free from dust and free from all contaminants in that area. So then it is possible for your product is non-contaminated. All right. To assure the safety of the product is very important. So whether your product is to maintain the quality or not, whether your product is to having the free from bacteria or not, you will check by the sterility testing. Understand it? So this is about the sterility testing. Then if you see that the different types of the product will be as a pharmaceutically is a product which are necessary to be sterile. So particular product should be sterile in nature. As you know, the injections is one of this. Right. So injection hits having the two type of injections are there, large volume parenteral and small volume parenterals are there. Right. Large volume parenterals is called as infusions or maybe saline. So all infusions may be ringal lactate or maybe saline solution or dextrose solution. Right. So these are called as a large volume parenterals are there. The volume is more than 1 liter is the volume. Understand it? But injections have the small volume because so most of the quantity of that injection is maybe not more than 10 ml. right? You start from the 1 ml, 2 ml, 5 ml, up to 10 ml, right? So these are, that's why it is called as a small volume parenterals we call as, right? So all the injection should be the free from bacteria, the free from pathogen, right? Free from pathogen. So all the injection should be the free from pathogen or free from bacteria. It should be essential because the injection which are administered to the intravenously to your body, right? Because the injection we have to administered by the different route of administration. So maybe intravenous, maybe maybe intramuscular, maybe subcutaneous, right? These are the different route of administration to administer the injection to your body, right? So if the injection is administered with the help of the intravenously, right? Intravenously, directly the drug is which are going in the venous system, in a circulation system, and immediately is give the effect. Right. So if the preparation having the problem, if the preparation if preparation is contaminated, it will be immediately to increase your body temperature, and many complications may be added. So that's why injections should be the free from bacteria. All right. Then this one of this implant, one of the product is it is called as implants. All right. So implants, which are so these are the dosage form generally can be inserted into the beneath the skin, right? Just we can superficial skin is removed, right? And under the skin, which are just inserted that implants, and then again the skin will be covered, right? Will be skin will be covered, and again there is a to close that the skin, right? And this implant is directly contact with the skin and the skin secretions or the water, right? So whatever the drug in the implants which are released very slowly, right? Controlled manner, and to release a drug for various the period, right? If you have just if you have implanted that particular parts under the skin, right? So drug can release maybe the 1 week or maybe 6 months or the 1 year also, right? So this is a implant is there, so that we can formulate the different doses from the implants, right? Is containing the different drug, right? And the drug should be released in a various release profile is with the immediate release. So this is not for immediate release, but it is for the longer release type of that. It may be released in 1 week, released in a 6 month, released in 1 year. So within a 1 year, so no need to administer other type of the products. Understand it? So this is called as implants. So implant is which are just implanted under the skin, right? And then again they cover the skin, and drug can release very continuous manner into that. So that's why the implant should be directly contact with the skin. If there is implant is contaminated, it will be contaminate your skin and is getting problem. Understand it? So implants should be that's sterile in nature. Then syringes, as you know, the syringes is particularly used for injecting the different parenteral solution to your body, by the intravenously, intrathecally, intraarticularly, intramuscularly, subcutaneously, right? These are the different route of administration there. So syringes should be sterile in nature. As you know, this sterile syringes is available in the different forms of that, right? So it's maybe stainless is maybe available in a glass, or maybe available in the plastic, right? So glass is made up of there's two way of the glass is there, type 1 and type 2 glass. That is soda ash glass generally can be used for to prepare that glass syringe, right? So syringes also is made up of with the help of the plastic, and the high density polymer can be used to prepare the syringes. It is called as HDP. HDP is high density polyethylene glycol, right? So this is a high density polyethylene glycol generally can be used to prepare the syringes, plastic syringes, right? Or we can prepare the different saline bottle. If you know that the small, that is a water for injection small bottle, it is contained maybe not more than 10 ml, right? Or maybe different infusions are there. Maybe capacity of that bottle is 1 liter, right? Maybe saline bottle, maybe ring lactate bottle, or maybe dextrose injection bottle, infusion bottles, right? So all this plastic bottle is made up of the higher density polymeric high density polyethylene glycol. Right? It's how the very great strength of that the particular SDP, right? Because it's having the strength. And this plastic bottle we can prepare. So the generally infusions can be prepared with the help of the there is a technology which is called as uh, the 3FFS technologies can be used, right? So what is meant by FFS? FFS means that the form, fill, and seal. Understand it? All right. So this is a very automatic procedure we can done, right, without any touching to your in bottle and in products are available, right? So the polyethylene glycol granules just you can melting, right? And this melted granules which are just keep in the mold, the plastic mold. It is a mold, right? So you can prepare that the plastic bottle, right? Then after preparation of the plastic bottle, then you can fill the preparation into that bottle, right? And preparation of that bottle, and then again close that the bottle, right? So it's at a time this process will be happening, and that's why it is called as a form, fill, and seal. FFS. All right. So these are very high technology which are used generally can be used for pan-tail formulation, to preparation of injections, to preparation of infusions, salines are there, restos are there, right, or ringlatids are there. So that type of preparations we can use that. So as you know that different pharmaceutical industries are there. In that pharmaceutical industries also can be have pan-tail formulation industries are there. They only can be formulate the different injections or the different infusions, right? So we can maintain the sterility is very important in the particular in manufacturing area of in injections or infusions, right? So products should be free from bacteria. It should be essential. So syringes can be used for injecting the particular products into your body, right? And with the help of the needles. Okay, needles is required, right? Needles is required. Needle is made up of the stainless steel, right? So SS 671, it is a stainless steel we can use to prepare that needle. And different needles are there depending upon the orifice size of that needle, right? So the means that is a orifice size. Orifice means the what is a hole in the. Some needles are a small size, very small size, small orifice. Some needles are very larger size, right? Is particularly these needles which are injected to the injection to the animal, right? So this type of injection also needles should be also required. Then next is ophthalmic formulation. So what is the ophthalmic formulation? Is particularly this formulation which are used as a ENT. What is ENT? ENT is the ear, nose, and throat, right? So ear drops, eye drops, right, or throat drops as well as the nasal drops, right? So these are the, it is called as ophthalmic formulation. It's particularly used for the ophthalmic purpose. For the ENT purpose, the ear or the eyes or the nose or the throats are there, all right? So that particular product is also can be free from the bacteria, and that product should be free from bacteria, and that's why the product should be sterile in nature. Understand it? So because this type of formulation, these are the liquid formulation or the gel formulation, it directly contact with your mucous membrane and will be infected your mucous membrane. Then some of this, the preparations are ointments and creams are also there. Ointments and creams, as well as some of the ointments or the ointment which are also can be applied to the eyes. Eye ointments are also there. Injected to your eyes cavity with the ointments. And there are different very conventional formulations available. Is a very small one dose of that formulation is contained the ointment, right? And just you can instill that ointment to your eye cavities, right, to relieve the condition of the eye cavities. So the ointment should be free from bacteria. That's why it will be sterile with the help of this autoclaving. You can use autoclaving, you can use gamma radiations, or different sterilizing methods can be used to remove the bacteria from that particular formulation. Ointments are there, creams are there, understand it. Then bandages. So why these bandages which are used particularly? The bandages can be used for those are the patient having the operative or the patient having the problem to the skin, just wrap that bandages to above that the skin, right, to avoid a problem to the infection. So outside infection will not be happen to your wounded skin. So that's why the bandages can be just apply over that the wound, right? So the bandages should be again the free from bacteria. It should be sterile in nature, right? Then surgical dressing and devices. So surgical dressing, also not different surgical dressing we can apply, right? So just you can cover up your skin and to avoid infection to your skin. That's why surgical dressings can be used for that. So surgical dressing is also used for the stitching of the your skin. If you have the problem of the skin, if the skin is a rupture or the skin having the to cut the skin, right, or so can just stick that the skin with the help of the thread. So thread is made up of the animal skin, right? So animal skin. So that is a various type of the animals we can use for that. And this thread, which are the different types of threads are there, maybe absorbible threads and the non-absorbible threads. So non-absorbible means it not be dissolved in your skin secretions, right? So after healing the wounds, you can just cut that your the stitches, and after cut that and remove the thread from that the stitches. So this is the thread is particularly non-absorbable thread is there. Then absorbable thread is there. Absorbable means that is no need to cut it that the thread after healing that. So it directly is absorb your body secretions or the skin secretion. If you absorb your skin secretion and no need to cut it that again. So these are the different sutures. It's called as sutures. Suture is particularly used for to stitching your skin, right? If you have the problem is there, right? So surgical dressing and devices also can be the free from bacteria must be essential to avoid the problem of contamination, right? We have already seen the needle, right? These are the different formulation are there. So all the formulations should be sterile, and the free from bacteria is one of those. So principle of the sterility testing is there. So we already seen that there is a different microbiological testing is there. We have already seen that disinfectant solution. So whether these disinfectant solutions are is having the activity of the antibacterial or not, or disinfectant activity or not. So how to check it, right? How to check it? We have seen the dilution method or serial dilution method, or you can use the plate count method we can use, or we slant method can be used, right? So different methods we can use to use. So whether your formulation is the contaminated or not will be tested with the help of this the microbiological testing. Understand it? So we have seen this principle. So this test is based on the principle if the microorganisms in your sample is present or not. So हे कसं कळणार आहे, राईट? हे कसं कळणार आहे तर टेस्ट केल्याशिवाय तर मग कळणार नाही, बरोबर? जे सॅम्पल आहे तुमचं तुम्ही जनरल प्रोसिजर आपण बघितलीच आहे. You can take that petri dish, right? Sterile petri dish. Then in that petri dish, we can just molten that nutrient agar, and this molten mass which are just put into that the petri dish. After some time, this nutrient agar is solidified, right? Solidify. Then in that after solidification, you can prepare the bore. म्हणजे प्रत्येक त्या सरफेसला तुम्ही बोर मारा किंवा होल करा, right? Hold केल्यानंतर next procedure is that you can take that your test formulation, right, and just spread up to that the in on that the nutrient agar, right? Spread केल्यानंतर काय होईल, then this plate is we can close appropriately with the lid and keep in incubator, right? After incubation for the 24 hours, right? So you see that so whether your product is having the microorganisms or not. So microorganisms किंवा bacteria जर असतील तर ग्रोथ येईल, right? So bacteria जर contaminated नसेल, कुठलाही बॅक्टेरिया त्याच्यामध्ये नसेल तर ग्रोथ होणार नाही. Understand it? So ग्रोथ होणार नाही आणि जर बॅक्टेरिया जर असतील तर ग्रोथ होईल, right? Understand it? So then that is turbidity. This is one of the condition. टेस्ट ट्यूब घ्या, सेम कंडिशन वी कॅन टेस्ट ट्यूब, स्टरल टेस्ट ट्यूब, त्यामध्ये मोल्टन मास तुम्ही ऍड करा, न्यूटन बॉटचं is a half quantity of that. Then solidify this. After solidification, right, then we can transfer your microorganisms or the test solution, right, and this test tube which are closed with the cotton plug, and this keeping now incubator for 24 hours. After keeping the incubator in 24 hours, what will happen? So the microorganisms नसतील तर solution तुमचं टर्बिड होणार नाही, म्हणजे ग्रोथ होणार नाही बॅक्टेरिया, राईट. जर मायक्रोऑर्गॅनिझम जर असतील तर टर्बिड येईल, नसतील तर युअर प्रिपरेशन इज क्लिअर. Understand it? So then you predicted that your result is right. So result is your formulation is not having any contamination, not having any microorganisms, and then you predicted that. So without testing, it cannot be predicted that your product is contaminated or not. Understand it? Or having the microorganisms or not. Right? So we have to test it that the particular products, right, whether the product is having that microorganisms or not will be determined, right? And that is called as sterility testing. How we conducted that sterility? We have seen the different methods in a disinfectant chapter, right? And to determine that whether your disinfectant solution is having the activity or not, we check the Redl-Walker test, or Viscosity test, or the Chick-Martin test. These are the different testing we can see that whether your formulation is having the contamination or not. Understand it? So this is and interpret that result. So your product is have contaminated or not with help of the having the turbidity or having the growth of the microorganisms or having that no any microorganisms growth. This clear solution is will be happen. So since every container should be tested and sufficient number of the containers should be examined to give suitable degree of confidence in the result of testing. Because if you have prepared the different types of injections, any injections we can prepare the if you have take example of that, the vials, the 10 ml vials, we can prepare the lakhs of the vials in one batch, right? Lakhs of the vials in one batch. So the lakhs of the vials in one batch, it cannot be tested every vials. म्हणजे जे लाखभर 1 लाख व्हायल असतील तर ते सगळेच तुम्ही टेस्ट करायचे नाहीये. You can take the representative of the sample from that the batch and tested on that, and जे काय result येईल will be applicable to the all the remaining batch samples. Understand it? So can I examine that? So as per this Indian Pharmacopoeia, as per the USP Pharmacopoeia, as per the British Pharmacopoeia, so if you prepare the different type of injections, so the guidelines is given how to test that every containers. समजा 1 लाख vials असतील batch मध्ये तर तुम्ही किती representative sample घेऊ शकता. So that guidelines is differ from the different IP or the BP or the USP Pharmacopoeia, right? And there's differences is also there depending upon the pharmacopoeia. So how much representative sample will be taken from that the batch, right? So from that hundreds of the bottle, whether you want to take the 10, whether you want to take the 2, whether you want to take the 4, right? And tested that that representative of the sample, and after testing that, you can predicted that all your formulation or your batch of the formulation is free from bacteria. Understand it? So sufficient number of the containers should be examined to give suitable degree of confidence, right? So tested should be accurate. So testing should be accurate. So what are the remaining are not tested, right? So they'll be given the some assurity or the confidence to that remaining test are there, right? So different pharmacopoeia have the different guidelines is given, right? So the first guideline is AP, Indian Pharmacopoeia, right? So this is the first column is number of containers in a batch, and minimum number of containers should be recommended for the testing, right? वेगवेगळ्या फार्माकोपियामध्ये वेगवेगळे टेस्ट दिलेले आहेत आणि त्याचे गाइडलाइन्स वेगवेगळे आहेत. अंडरस्टँड इट? ते गाइडलाइन्स आपण बघणार आहे. समजा की 100 कंटेनर्स असतील, 100 वायल असतील तर तुम्ही किती टेस्टिंग साठी घेणार? अंडरस्टँड इट? राइट. So this is the first stage, the parental formulation, parental preparation. If you have prepared the 100 containers, right? 100 containers or the 100 vials. 100 vials मधून किती तुम्ही टेस्टिंग साठी घेणार? 10% from the 100. The 4 containers will be taken. Then more than 100, but not more than the 500 containers. Right, means 100 to 500 containers असतील तर तुम्ही 10 containers त्यामध्ये representative sample घ्यायचे आणि त्याचं टेस्टिंग करायचं. बरोबर. Then more than 500 containers असतील तर we can take the 2%. Right, more than 500 and not more than 1000. Understand it. So you can take that 20 containers, right? Containers from that the 500 containers are there. So this is for the small volume parental. Those who have prepared the injections, you can take that. Then for a large volume parental, that is maybe infusions or maybe ringal lactate, dextrose, or maybe saline solution, right? If you have prepared the hundreds of the or maybe thousands of the bottle at a time, right? And we you take the sample from that the bottle, right? Get the representative of the sample. So 2% from the large volume parental. So 10 containers we can use for the testing, and see that whether your product is justifiable or not, right? So that representative sample is very important. So take the appropriate representative sample from that the batch and test it of that the representative sample and predict that all your batch is the free from bacteria. Understand it? Then some of this ophthalmic and other parental formulations are there. Ophthalmic, these injections are maybe eye drops are there, nasal drops are there, or ear drops are there, right? These are called as ophthalmic formulation. So if there is a not more than 200 containers, right, we can take the 5% or the 2 containers from this, right? As per the IP, this is a specification. But more than 200 containers, the 10 containers should be taken, right? Then next slide. So if having that number of containers in the batch and the minimum number of containers in the candidate to be tested. So if this surgical dressing is there, understand it? So surgical dressing and all the devices should be the free from bacteria. So all our devices are there. It will be catgut is one of this. The catgut is used for to transferring the fluid solution from inside outside to the inside. This is called as catgut, right? So this catgut, then surgical sutures are there. Sutures is particularly for sticking your skin, right? If the rupture of the skin or maybe broken your skin, so that skin should be stitches with the help of the sutures. So the sutures must be, so that's why it is called as surgical sutures. And other sterile medical devices should be, these are the called as surgical devices and the some of this devices, surgical dressings. So from that, we can take that 2% or the 5 packages from this 2%. So what is the we can take the 2% from that, what is the batch is there, and maximum is 20 packages we can take. Minimum is 5 packets, the maximum is 20 packages we can take, and determine that take that representative of the sample and testing whether your product is the free from bacteria or not. Then the more than 100 of the packages there, right? More than 100 packages, you can take the 10%. Not more than 100 packages. Sorry, not more than 100 packages is we can take the 10% or the 4 packages whenever greater is there. Then more than 100 packages will not be not more than 500 packages. You can take the 10 package. Right. Then more than 500 package, we can take the 2%, that is 20 packages is there. Right. Then for this bulk solid is there. Bulk solid. If you have prepared the different bulk solid means if you have prepared the injections, right? Or there is a powder injection. We can just fill up the container in the powder. It is called as a reconstitution powder. So before its administration of the injection, just you can dilute to just you can dissolve in a suitable water or sterile water, and then you can inject at your body, right? That is called as a bulk solids. So with the up to the 4 containers we can फक्त 4च कंटेनर्स आहेत, तर 4ही कंटेनर्स तुम्हाला टेस्टिंग करायला लागणार आहे, बरोबर. पण मोर दॅन 4 कंटेनर्स असतील तर you can take the 20%. Means all these containers, more than 4 containers, right? We can take the 4 containers, but not more than 50 containers. Means 4 containers up to the 50 containers, we can take that 4 containers from that. This is 20%. Then more than 50 containers are there, we can take that 2% of that sample. So from the 10 containers we can take and check that whether your formulation is having that problem or not. Whether your formulation is it's having that contaminated or not, can just check by this with the help of this method. Okay, do you understand this? Hello, आवाज येतोय? Hello,
Yes.
hello,
Yes,
आवाज
sir.
येतोय का? येतोय ना? Okay, okay. So have you understand all these things? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
We stop here today now. ठीक है?